Oh, it's okay. So I'll call the North Butler Special Board meeting to order. The first item is to review and approve the agenda. We'll look it over. Could I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose the same. Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the public items, and Susan Ackerman, you're on board.
Good evening. I'm Susan Ackerman. I'm the North Butler Education Association President. Jennifer Miller is our Treasurer and Chief Negotiator. And we come here tonight to express our support and gratitude to the Board and Administration for realizing the enormous decisions you've had and will continue to have to make. We know that in determining the course of action to take, you are weighing the well-being of our students, our staff, and our faculty in every aspect of the decision, and we appreciate that. We've all heard stories of districts that are refusing to help their employees in this unprecedented time. We are grateful that North Butler is not one of those districts. We are proud that North Butler's administration and board are doing everything within their power to continue paying the support staff who are so vital to our district. We wish to thank you for that. This is just another example of how at North Butler we take care of our people because we are family. There's no precedence in these situations and very little guidance. And with that, we'd like to offer our support and our help. We are willing, if needed, to sit down in a work session and brainstorm possible solutions to issues that arise. We too have the best interest of the North Butler family at heart. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Just for clarification,
Yes.
Susan.
Yes, sir.
This is on Facebook Live.
It
right?
is.
Okay. And people can access that where? I have some people asking right now.
It is on the North Butler Facebook page.
Okay.
And then later it will be posted on YouTube
All right.
and I'll share that out on the Facebook page also.
Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is action on programs during the closure.
Okay, I spent some time working with the admin team and put together a document for the staff communication. Based on Governor Reynolds' recommendation, we'll close our schools and public building use for 4 weeks through Sunday, April 12th. My understanding is that prior to April 12th, the governor has the ability to extend the closure and allow us to not have to make up the time missed. During this time period, I would recommend that we pay all employees as they would normally have been paid if school is in session. And then we have a document that we will send out that outlines the staff responsibilities below. Basically, the guidance that we've gotten from the state says that we can't send out things that are either required or optional for students to do without having to meet all the needs through the IDEA and IEPs and all that. So the recommendation that I have is that we will post on both our website and our Facebook page resources for parents to use. Then if parents have a need, they can reach out to the teachers via email and ask questions. And that's how we can meet the contractual requirements for the teachers for the 181 days. The student days will be forgiven, and that way our kids will still have some resources that parents can use with them if they so desire.
But they don't have to.
But they don't have to. It's just resources. If they have questions about how to use them, then they can ask. We're not giving any educational help at this point. It's just would be advice on how to use the things.
How, like our state testing and that kind of stuff, how's this gonna play into that?
State testing has been suspended until further notice. I just got notification of that here, actually just a little bit ago today. So all of that is gone for right now. Let's see. The school offices would be open starting on Monday the 23rd. We spoke with the secretaries today, and we would be open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mondays and Fridays from 8 to noon, and on Wednesday from 1 to 5. So people could make appointments and come in and get any of the stuff that they need to have at home And then if the state decides that we're closed for the rest of the year, then we would have them make appointments to come in and get all their kids' stuff. But right now, it'd just be the things that they absolutely have to have. We do have the ability, according to Mr. McAlpine, to send Chromebooks home with kids if they need them for access and to be able to do some of these activities down through, I believe he said, 2nd grade. So we could have the parents come in and check those out. We'll have to figure out a system for that, and it's something that they'll have to request. The summer lunch program will be in effect. Documentation on that will be sent out through the Facebook page. It'll be posted on the school's webpage, and we will probably, hopefully get it sent out on the information system through Infinite Campus here, probably tomorrow. We had to get through the meeting tonight. But that'll all go out, and how that'll look is that we'll have pickup a couple of times a week, and there will be multiple meals in each package that they pick up. So they'll have like lunch and breakfast for 2 or 3 days at each pickup night. I'm thinking the pickup was going to be like Tuesday, Friday, if I remember correctly, and what Kim had written. So, but that'll all go out, and that'll have all the information for that.
And anybody can get that, like the summer lunch program, or?
Yeah, it'd be 0 to 18 would be free. So
You have to sign up for that.
this one does not include adults. It's just
Okay.
for the kids.
Yeah, they'd have to sign up for
Sign
that,
up
because
for
that way
the-
they know how many to
the
make.
numbers, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, so the food service staff would be working in each building preparing lunches. We would probably work with some of our staff members for like Bristow. So a lot of our kids live over in Bristow, where we'd have a pickup spot over there, and we drive it over to school vehicle. And there's even a possibility that we could have somebody deliver to our rural kids on the bus route. So, that way we can make sure everybody gets fed, and it's not too overburdening for our parents to have all their kids home for a month.
And you said that there isn't a sign up for it?
There is going to be a sign up for the rural areas and
Okay,
for
that's what I
Bristow,
wanted.
but for the ones that come to the buildings to pick up, my understanding is there won't be.
Okay.
But all that information will be in the document that goes out. Kim's already
Okay.
got that put together, I
Very
believe.
good.
So, and then I've already kind of explained what the teachers would do. Our hourly staff, like secretaries will be in, but then our hourly staff, we would have them on call, so if we needed them to come in and help with anything, then we could give them a call and say, hey, we need your help today. But that would just come in on an as-needed basis, because we don't want people coming in. We really don't want anybody coming into the buildings if they have a fever, if they have any symptoms of any illness at this point.
Right.
So especially this building, because of the way the air system works.
Right, and then just limit the number of people that are in the building.
Right, and the CDC is recommending no more than 10 at a time.
Right.
So I was a little nervous about how many were gonna be here tonight.
Right.
So, but that's what our recommendation is. We had gotten the document on the sample resolution from IASB earlier today with all the whereases and what fors, and it does say that as long as we pass this and put in there that it fulfills a public purpose to continue to pay district hourly non-exempt employees during the closure to prevent or contain the spread of COVID-19, to promote morale, and to help retain current employees following the closure. And then also that in light of this district-wide emergency closure, the board authorizes the superintendent to place hourly non-exempt employees on paid administrative leave and to continue to pay them for up to 4 weeks during the period of closure. And the board shall reevaluate this authority for any school closure lasting longer than 4 weeks. And I would recommend that we go ahead and pass that as stated there. On public meetings.
Yeah.
And there is a part that, we will try to, broadcast all our public meetings over Facebook Live for now, so that we can still meet. And then if it becomes necessary, that we would do our board meetings electronically somehow or another.
Sure.
So, and we'd find a way to broadcast that also. That's beyond my technological expertise at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll ask for a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Eric, could I get a second? Second. Amanda, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same, motion carried. Okay, next on the agenda, do we have some personnel items?
We do. We have 3 contracts to be taken care of tonight. Chelsea Olaf for high school language arts, Hannah Gershnoff for high school Spanish, and Caitlin Hansen for elementary special ed. recommend we approve those. I didn't participate in the elementary special ed interview. I did participate in both Spanish and language arts interviews, and those two candidates were phenomenal. That was for next year, yes. Yes, yep.
The Spanish person was the one from Charles City?
She is student teaching, has been student teaching in Charles City.
The one you told us about the other night?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And the language arts teacher has been teaching at Hampton Dumont for the last 7 years and has a master's degree in literacy. So I think that'll be a great addition to our staff. I think Mrs. Ackerman was pretty excited about that one, so.
Good.
I'll make a recommendation to approve those personnel
Okay,
contracts.
thanks. Could I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, John, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose the same. Motion carried.
That's all.
Looks like
Motion to
we,
adjourn.
okay. Could I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Addison takes this one. All in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Pose the same. Motion carried, and we are adjourned, and thank you everyone for coming in, today, so we could get this taken care of, and at least we kinda know what the next 4 weeks looks like for us. Thank you.
Are they giving you any guidance from the state beyond the next 4 weeks?
No,
Okay.
no, everything's been, it's just been a daily thing, and, actually, we had a webinar today about federal money, and I got the email that that was gonna happen at 3:30 at about 2 o'clock today.
Right on it.
Well, they're getting it from the federal level, and then it comes back, and they have to, then get it passed through the governor's office and everything else before it goes out, too. And then even the frequently asked questions from yesterday's had to go back through all the legislature and governor before they could post it online, and make sure it met all the requirements. One thing that I will say is that paying our hourly people will not go back to like special ed and Title I and those things during this closure. Those funds can't be expended unless they're being expended for that purpose. So this is why we have an unspent balance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a short exempt session quick?
Yeah.
Just go through a couple things. I gave him some chocolate.
Couple Mountain Dews.
True Kansas
Yes.
in, Wisconsin have Kansas.
That's what I've heard. Yep, I knew Kansas did. I just heard Wisconsin just a little better.